Hey guys, into the end here. Unfortunately, my recording software broke in the middle of a match, and I won the match, so I'm now in Diamond 3. So we skipped over one game, but let's keep going. We are at I think a 5-1 record on camera, 4-1 or 5-1. Let's see how many more wins we can get. See more butts. This hand is great. We'll keep it. You may notice a little bit of lag, and that's because I'm actually publishing my last video right now, so it's causing a bit of lag. Maybe I should go and pause it actually. I'll do that. I'll pause the publishing after this game, so then we don't suffer from this choppiness. Okay, that's fine. We'll see how that handles the false prints. Actually, this is getting really laggy. Okay, I've just went and paused the publishing, so the choppiness should be gone now. Oh no, torch. That is okay. It's still a 1-for-1 trade, although this thing is a little bit annoying. I am gonna run the Sandstorm Titan out there over these other cards because I don't want to give him a free unit to kill. So, see, against decks like this, now having a backlash up is absolutely phenomenal. For example, he's gonna try and harsh rule me next turn, and when I counter that, he is going to get absolutely destroyed. Oh no, he's just gonna go ahead and kill my initiates. That's fine. He's getting a war card trigger. He traded 1 card for 1 card, so arguably it's actually pretty good for him. I'm setting up the power I need to play Cerso, although I would really play it. I would really like to play the Cerso when I have 7 power. Because I have an overwhelming war position with a 5-6, and the only way he can do anything about it is if he plays Harsh Rule. That's a perfect draw, because I can play Dawnwalker instead. Dawnwalker is completely protected against Harsh Rule. It also leaves me with mana up to play Backlash, whatever he plays. Yeah, so he's basically dead here, right? Because this does 2 damage to him, and then this does 10, so he's dead. He's dead on board. Instant concession. This is a perfect example of why I run Backlash in the deck. So we're I don't remember. I think we're 5-6 or a 5-1 or 6-1 with the deck so far. Let's just keep going. Long pants, long pants. This is an easy redraw. Not great. All of these come into play depleted. The question is, do I want to play the Amber Monument? And the answer is yes. It's better than risking getting stuck on power when you need the 4 or the 5th. Great. 0-2, so no fear there. We'll grab Time Sigil, play this one, and next turn we play False Prince, followed by Sandstorm, followed by Cerso, followed by Copper Conduit. I think most decks will have a lot of problems dealing with that curve. Oh, it's perfect. 3, 4, 5, well, 6, and then I'll play this when I have 7 power. I mean, I'll play this when I have 6 power and a 1 in my hand. Oh wow, okay. Interesting deck. How greedy am I? How greedy am I? No, I'm just gonna do this. The reason for this is because as long as I have a 5 power unit in my hand, I can always do this later. There's no rush. I don't need to draw more cards at this very moment. That's a lot of value. Draws a card, kills a creature. Okay, so I drew the power naturally. Now the question is, do I run out the Copper Conduit for 4, or do I play the Wisp? I think at this point I just play the Wisp. Having the 4/4 Conduit, I mean, I guess I can hit him for 4, but it's not blocking his 2/2 flyer anyway. Memory Dredger, ooh, this deck is sweet. Yeah, let's draw 2 cards. He's gonna get something back, which is probably gonna be the Wisp. I'm sure he wants to draw some cards. So he'll get some value out of that. He may even be able to sack it, do 2 damage to me, and gain 2 life. Oh, whoops. I should have... Okay, that was a terrible mistake. I clicked way too fast. My opponent is probably wondering what kind of an idiot he's playing against. Apparently he's playing an idiot that's recording himself being an idiot on camera. So I took damage for nothing, and he drew a card. It's okay, I like to give myself the challenge, right? Yeah. So let's do this. He's gonna torch it. Or he's gonna devour it. Which is fine. He still takes 5 of that. And then takes 6. So now we're chunking his life total 11 at a time, so he only has about 2 turns left. I hope he doesn't have a madness, because that would destroy me next turn. Yeah, I do. I guess if he draws madness at any given point, I think he just kills me. And I'm sure that deck plays madness, but he's doing a lot of damage really fast. What can I do about this? Not much. I'll just attack him. Question is, what do I play? I think if I get hit for 2, I go to 6. He sacks 2 units. I go to 2. So if he has a torch in his hand, then I lose. But there's nothing I can do about that. Nothing I play would stop that from happening. The best thing I can do is play 2 blockers. Because then I can block both of these units and not take 2 extra damage. I die to any burn spell. I die to a removal spell won't do it. I'll be at 1. And of course I die to madness at any given point he draws it. But if he doesn't have a burn spell, then I win next turn. The fact that he's thinking and tanking suggests that he doesn't have it. Okay, so now if he draws a burn spell, I take 2, go to 6. He sacked 2 units. I go to 2. No, I still die if he draws a burn spell. Or a pump spell, for that matter. That's it. He needs exactly a burn spell to kill me. And it has to be torch. Because Vera's favor will leave me at 1. Okay, is the torch coming? Yes, it is. Wow. Alright, well played. That's a very, very sweet deck. I like decks like that because it's super fun and very, I would call it gimmicky, but it's very fun and it's very exciting when it works. But I think decks like that suffer from consistency issues because you need a lot of different pieces drawn at the right time for that to work. This 10 is questionable, but I think I'll keep it. I have a lot of very powerful cards in my deck. I get to play Copper Conduit 1 turn earlier. So on turn 4, and then I have a 5/5 as well on the following turn. Or I guess most likely I'll play the Amber Monument versus a 5/5. So if he doesn't interact with me, 2 more turns I can draw 2 cards. I suspect he would like to kill one of these units. So he's got the Dawnwalker. I have 4 power sigils. Well, that's good. When I hit 6 lands. So I'm not going to play this because even if it's a 4-4, I'm not going to trade with this 4-1. I'm just going to take hit 5, and then he's most likely going to play a Sandstorm Titan, which I will double block with my Initiates of the Sands and my 5-5 Dinosaur. Oh no, I'll block it with the Wisp and the Dinosaur. Oh, he doesn't have it. The 2-1 is much less problematic. That's perfect. Draw 2 cards. And the Dinosaur also blocks his Dawnwalker, so I'm not going to be worrying about that anymore. Do I care about that 1 damage? No, I don't care too much. If he obliterates this, I would like to use the Wisp to block one of his 2-1 units. Because I don't want to throw my Initiate of the Sand in the way yet. Alright, so now he's in a lot of trouble. I don't want to deal with this recursion stuff, but I also want to keep the permafrost for anything bigger, like, for example, Heart of the Vault, which I'm assuming is coming. Because I don't have anything that can brawl with Heart of the Vault at the moment, and this is not bothering me. Attacking him just means he'll double block, and then this will come back next turn, so that's pointless. So instead, I think I will run out a Sandstorm Titan. And now, yeah, that's fine. Next turn, I'm going to play Mystic Ascendant and draw a card. The Copper Conduit will get bigger and bigger as the game goes on, so I'll let it scale. And the False Prince I'll play whenever. It's not big enough to do anything right now. My win condition in this game is to draw a lot of cards off of Mystic Ascendant until I get a that 5 mana stun everything unit, whatever that. He has no power. Okay, so this is just a suicidal attack. That's rather pointless. Ah, no! I'm so stupid. I'm on autopilot. I play the Sigil before the Ascendant, so that is just extremely stupid. So instead, I'll just play a 7-cent Copper Conduit because I am an idiot. The Conduit will block his Titan, so he has no attacks. So my opponent made a dumb mistake with attack, but his mistake is easily recoverable. But I lost the card forever. That card will never come back. Alright, let's do it properly this time. Karn liberated. Best Planeswalkers. My question is, actually now that his Dawnwalker is dead, I'm okay trading this with a couple of units. Yeah, absolutely. He needs a lot more units now to block this. Oh, he's okay killing his Sandstorm Titan. That's still a 2-for-1. That's more than fine with me. So let's end the turn. So we'll draw another card next turn, and then we can play a 9-9 Copper Conduit. That's good. Obliterate, yep. That's fine. The question is, do I want to draw a card first, or do I just run up biggest Copper Conduit I can get? Or do I save this land in case I draw a Mystic Ascendant? There's a lot of decisions there. But I think before anything, let's just attack him. He needs to block with a lot of units to trade with my Sandstorm Titan, which I think I'm okay with. Now he's just going to chop block. I think, because I'm so overwhelmingly ahead on board, I don't need to get cute with Mystic Ascendant. I'm just going to play a giant Copper Conduit, which should overpower any unit he can play. It'll survive Obliterate, it'll beat his Heart of Vault. Nothing in these colors can stand up to a 9-9. And a lot of these Praxis lists don't run Copper Conduits of their own. That's perfectly fine. I'm still destroying him on board. Wait, one of these isn't activated, right? Yeah. Block the one that's not activated. That's a really poor attack. You want to Because if you top deck a 5-power creature, yeah, my opponent seems to have made some sketchy decisions. In that particular matchup, by the way, I feel really safe if the game goes really late against Praxis, because I have a Haymaker in, what is that card called? 5-power, stun all their units, do 1 damage, crystallize maybe? I have a Haymaker and a game-ending bomb, whereas he doesn't have a single card that can destroy me. I don't believe. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. This hand's amazing. Well, it's kind of amazing. I need to draw a couple more power, but I'm going to keep this. As long as I don't die in this game, I feel like I'm heavily favored to win with cards like these in my hand. Okay, playing against some loot. Oh, it's the Skycrag. Oh no, it could be that Yeti's list that I've been seeing running around lately, which is pretty neat. I think that Yeti's list is pretty cool. So okay, I can play the Copper Conduit to block, but if he plays Wump, I guess Wump is not going to be ready to turn 3. Then it becomes a 3-2, and this is not good enough. And if I wait 1 turn, I can play a 4-4. So I think I'll just take the 1 damage and play a 4-4. Makes the Copper Conduit a better blocker. Oh no, never mind, it's Skycrag. Just happen to play the Primal Source first. Okay, but then I'm really glad I waited, because this deck has torches, and I would way rather have a unit that can't be torched. So now, if he wants to kill it, he needs to expend a torch or a pummel to trade 2 for 1, which, yeah, he won't do. Oh, this is perfect. I get a Aegis on me, which is fantastic against this deck. Then I get enough power to destroy this unit. That's the unit I don't want to block, because with a torch he can quick strike me down. So I'll take the 6 here. If I trade the Initiate the Sands, then I can't play Cerso next turn. But what I'm actually thinking of doing is playing Crystallize next turn, because that will wipe his board, and I think he will have a really tough time coming back from that. The danger is I play Cerso and he plays the Permafrost, one of my units. He swings in and he torches this, then I lose my entire board. How greedy can I get? I do this, he loses 2 units. I block here, no problem. I feel like I can be a little greedy. I'll wait 1 more turn. The Cerso is going to prompt him to either overextend some more, or it'll just simply halt all of his attacks. With the fact that he missed several power drops, land drops, my opponent doesn't have the resources that he needs to tussle with these big units. He's probably sitting on some burn spells, but he will need more power sources to use them. Too bad this thing has a Warcry trigger, otherwise this would be a bigger blowout. I think it's going to be a big enough blowout as it is. When I cast this, I can attack him for 12, and I think he will die on the following turn. So, I don't actually think I need to kill all his units to win. Oh wow, he's gonna get destroyed because now he'll lose his entire board except for this. The question is, do I throw the Initiate in the way? Because I don't think I need to play the Mystic Ascendant to win this game. The only reason, so if I do this, I'm saving 2 damage, but losing an extra unit. No, I'll just. Okay, so he kills my Copper Conduit, which I think is okay. Now the question is, do I go greedy again? Because I really am not afraid of his board at the moment. Alright, let's just wait. Draw another card. I am not going to attack. I know exactly what my role is in this game. I don't need to attack him to win this game. I'd rather mitigate as much damage as possible so he can't burn me out later. I think my opponent is going to die very soon. Now I can attack. There's no way he can attack into this wall of units that are giant. And then next turn when I play Crystallize, he will just lose, regardless what he does. I guess he dies no matter what if I play Crystallize, right? This is more than enough to kill him. So maybe that attack was unnecessary. Is he gonna come all in? No, then he's dead. Yep, Crystallize. Completely broken magic card when you have a deck full of fatties like this one. We're climbing ranks pretty fast. I think I've lost one game, so that makes it 7-1, or maybe 8-1. I've lost count. No, we lost 2 games, so 7-2, perhaps. I think that's good enough for now. I hope that has shown you how powerful this deck is. I feel like I'm in the driver's seat no matter which matchup I walk into, and I feel like it's so safe sitting behind a wall of 5-5, 5-6s, and 6-6s that can't be beaten in combat. And then you know that you have the inevitability in Crystallize, backed up with Backlash. No deck will come back from this when you play the spell, so it's an I win button when you get late game. And then just a huge number of resources to overpower your opponent early game or stall the game out until you get Crystallized. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.